Hi everyone, it's Tracy Lewin.
And Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Hi there, Peter. And hello, Bitcoin price.
Hello,
2000,
Bitcoin price.
2,228. Looking very, very strong.
This is high or low?
Well, actually, I think it's consolidating very nicely, and it's doing a little bit of a sideways move after last week's roller coaster ride.
Well, it's come back down from 2,700 and something where the high was, but yeah, it's been. I mean, it's been a major move in Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens after this now.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, and also in terms of some of the altcoins, there's been obviously a lot of funds going into those altcoins as well, because they're also, I think Ethereum is over $200 now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
And lots of news coming out in Ethereum as well. So let's go to the news and see what's happening.
Okay, great. So on our Facebook page, for anybody who's listening and who hasn't liked our Facebook page yet, please go there because there's so many news stories on the page. And the first one over here, which is also a pretty interesting one, $3.7 million collected in an ICO on the Waves blockchain platform for construction of production facility in Russia. And it's the world's first commodity-backed blockchain platform. Very interesting, Peter.
No, this is very interesting. It's another initial coin offering.
Yes,
And, I mean, these fintech businesses are all raising money now outside of the normal investment banking environment,
yes,
um, and raising lots of money. So this is a complete new trend that's just gaining momentum.
yes. Well, this is something called a zircoin, and it's actually the funds are going to be used to start production of synthetic zirconium. So this is definitely a first.
Well, it's time for diamond coin. We can start producing synthetic diamonds, right?
Yes, good idea.
Maybe
Um,
we can call it engagement coin.
Okay, and then if you are interested in Ethereum, here's a few must-read tips according to Coin News. If Ethereum gets a bit volatile, so this is for people who are speculating, obviously, because you will get those people who are in it for long term.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I mean, like this really trading and speculating is, I just want to warn people, it's not for the faint-hearted. So unless you have money to lose, don't get involved in it. I think, it's easy to make money when prices go up, but prices just don't go up all the time in a straight line. As a long-term investor, it's completely different because you're taking a long-term view on the fundamentals. But as a speculator, you're trying to predict highs and lows in the market. It's very, very difficult. You're competing with thousands and thousands of other people.
And also, some of those coins have actually grown more than 1,000%. So pretty high. And there are some people that are saying that if the money moves out of those altcoins, it moves back into Bitcoin. So yeah, but as you said, it's a difficult game to play. So Peter, here's another attack on Android phones, yet another one, and this one is called the Cloak and Dagger.
So what is the cloak and daggers, Tracy? Share, share, share.
Well, no, why don't you watch the video and check it out? But in fact, the cloak and dagger is something that's also you don't actually know that you've got this on your phone, and that's the scary part about it. So it's doing key logging and all sorts of stuff.
So it's malware, and this is the problem with especially Android phones are also, it's just, they've got a lot of problem with malware, and but even your Apple phones have the same problem, in a lesser degree. So it's going to be interesting, and that's why it's going to be so exciting when the world's first blockchain phone comes up.
Absolutely, can't wait for that.
That is happening very shortly.
Yes.
And I've heard a rumor that if you buy before the end of the month, which is tomorrow or today, actually tonight, right?
Right, tonight, yes.
You can still get it at $100 less than it's going to be from the 1st of June. So you
Yes.
get yours now.
Excellent. And I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. And then here's a blog on does Ethereum compete with Bitcoin? And you know, there's so many people that are thinking they're the same, but actually they're not the same. So quite an interesting blog to read.
Yes. I mean, Bitcoin is really useful as a currency, whereas Ethereum is really built as a contracting language on the blockchain. And that's why so many developers and people are getting involved in Ethereum, because they can use Ethereum for all kinds of smart contracts and other programming applications.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, Peter, for me, this is a very exciting business, whoever developed localbitcoins.com, because I think they're just here cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And here's an article saying Bitcoin exchange woes see almost $50 million pass through local Bitcoins over last week.
Well, the thing is, you know, people like to sell peer-to-peer because they don't really trust exchanges. You know, and at least if you sell to someone in local Bitcoin, you can choose who you're selling to.
Yes.
And with exchanges having all these problems, you know, we've had problems with Coinbase being down, their back office being down, a lot of other exchanges struggling under what they say high volume. I don't understand its technology, why volume would make a difference, but apparently it does.
And not only that, remember there's still some exchanges in China that are not yet, you know, operational because of what happened in January when the People's Bank of China went to check on those businesses and actually temporarily shut them down.
Well, this is also true. A lot of you know, people have struggled with withdrawals and stuff, so they've gone to you know, a peer-to-peer exchange like local Bitcoins.
Yes. So Toyota prototypes Ethereum blockchain-based car-sharing Uber alternative. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's some competition for Uber. I think these driverless car manufacturers, Toyota will definitely be one of them, are going to put their own cars in the market and compete directly with Uber. So that's going to be completely interesting. And also now it's a blockchain alternative, which is now so much business is moving towards the blockchain. It's unbelievable.
Yes, most definitely. And you know, Peter, just now we were talking about the world's first blockchain phone, and actually, this kind of also highlights the fact that your privacy is so important these days, and yet, you know, and I think you coined the phrase "Big Brother" and his family are watching us. So you know, you can actually take photographs and send them over this this private blockchain, and no one will be able to see them or hack them.
Exactly. So, you know, that's the thing. Privacy and also, you know, protection against identity theft, which is becoming a big problem.
Yes, I was actually looking at some of the identity theft horror stories that are out there, and some of them are pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
So, a new Bitcoin improvement proposal aims to compromise. So, you know what, we're still talking about, you know, the scaling of Bitcoin. You know, there is talk that segregated witness is coming a lot quicker. Now we're talking after segregated witness, you know, increasing the block size. So, you know, all of that stuff is still up in the air.
Yes, all of that stuff is up in the air, and yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, they're trying to find a solution for slow processing, and one hasn't been implemented yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how long it still takes, because there's a lot of people that's still complaining about slow processing times of Bitcoin transactions.
Yes. And you know what's actually happening lately is mainstream media is starting to do a lot of reporting about Bitcoin. I mean, I'm seeing just about every day somebody from Bloomberg or CNBC or BBC talking about Bitcoin. And here's one by CNBC: Bitcoin is outperforming major assets, but hedge funds are still staying away from the cryptocurrency. But I suppose that's you know, maybe it's the bigger hedge funds, but we have also heard that hedge fund managers are advising their clients to invest in Bitcoin.
I think a lot of the big hedge funds are have their clients are financial institutions, so they might not be comfortable to to tell those guys that they've invested in Bitcoin or that they might want to invest in it. That's problem number one. But this is a good thing. You know, I would even then go further than this and say only a small percentage of hedge fund managers actually have an idea of how Bitcoin is and how it works. So there's still so much upside potential for Bitcoin from the investment community, because the investment community are really just still uninformed about the technology and what it's about.
Yes. And I mean, Bitcoin at the moment is a drop in the ocean. So now, here we get back to Bitcoin ETFs. Here's an article: How, when, and where will regulators accept Bitcoin ETFs? I mean, we actually heard the other day that the SEC was relooking the decision that they made against the Winklefast ETF. So there hasn't been any news further to that.
No, the SEC, I don't know how long it takes to investigate something. I can't believe that it takes months and months and months, but it actually is. So they're still busy gathering information and doing this and basically dragging their feet. But at some point, we'll get an answer.
Yes, definitely.
So we will have a Bitcoin ETF in the future, that's for sure. How long in the future, I don't know.
Yes. But yes, something pretty exciting. Walmart wants to track delivery drones with blockchain technology.
Another blockchain application, wow.
Well, you know what? You can order your groceries, and then the next minute a drone arrives at your house.
Yeah, and drops it in your back garden.
Yeah.
So I wonder what happens when it rains. Does the drone have an umbrella to keep your groceries dry?
And that's a very good thought.
Yellow.
Okay, so fresh off funding, R3 moves Corda towards critical pilot. And they say they've got over 100 million in funding. This distributed ledger consortium R3 is setting its sights on moving critical projects to pilot.
Well, they must have quite a few projects that can be moved because they've been going for a while. So yeah, that will be interesting to see what happens.
Yes. So here's one that involves a Japan-based financial giant, and they say that the partners involved believe that coming trade finance solution will reduce fraud and increase transparency, obviously enhance efficiencies and all that type of stuff. So I'm sure we'll see something, further to that soon.
Well, the main thing is because we now have Japan accepting Bitcoin as a legal currency, you'll probably see the Japanese taking the lead in things like this as well, trade finance and stuff like that, and on the blockchain and et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be interesting.
Yes, I think they definitely are going to take the lead. But here's another country who doesn't want to be left behind. And now here's another Victoria government has just joined Australia's Digital Currency Association. So, let's see what happens there.
Very interesting.
And let's go up. Oh, yes. In fact, yesterday there was a report that the Bolivian government went and arrested a whole bunch of people because of Bitcoin. And then the story came out today saying that actually it was not because of Bitcoin, it's actually just a pyramid scheme. So, I mean, there are many of those pyramid schemes out there that people need to beware of. But of course, they are getting caught. Skyrocketing Bitcoin is more than just an investment. It could help the world, says this investor.
So, I mean, we know of all the applications coming out and all the uses. So, that is right. And, as consumer adoption grows, it will just expand more and more.
Yes, the fourth industrial revolution.
The fourth industrial revolution. We're right in the middle of it.
Yes, we're in the middle of it. And of course, this was another report by CNBC. Like I say, that they are really reporting every single day.
Hey, they're competing with us now.
Yeah, they are.
So, well, guys, please, CNBC is competing with us. So go below to our video and go subscribe to our channel. We can't let them win.
No, we can't. And actually, this is a cartoon that was done in February 2014 of this kid over here trying to, obviously understanding what Bitcoin was and the value of Bitcoin then. So it's actually quite a cute little comic. And then markets update, cryptocurrency prices rebound after last week's dip. Well, last week we saw incredible highs of 2,700 odd. And of course, in some of the, markets around the world, Bitcoin trades at much higher prices than the average price that we report.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you look at your local price, wherever you are, you can actually go to local Bitcoins to get an idea of what local prices are as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we often, we just seem to be fixated on the dollar, but yet you do need to look at your local currency. So Peter, while we've been talking, the Bitcoin price has been moving because of, Bitcoin just never sleeps. It just keeps going 24/7.
Keeps going 24/7, and we'll keep going 24/7 as well if there's enough news.
Yes.
So, guys, please support us. Go to our channel now. Like I said, please subscribe, like our Facebook page, and also, if you have anything to say about today's news, and tell us where you think the Bitcoin price will be shortly, and we'd love to hear your comments, so please leave a comment below.
Yes, thank you, and thanks, Peter. We'll chat again soon.
We'll chat again soon. Ciao, ciao.
Cheerio.